On to the easy part of this tournament here in the GSL Code S. Special thanks to our sponsors. In the upper right, we have our Protoss player. He's had beautiful builds planned out so far, but the execution not quite as good. His ideas?
Genius.
Currently teamless. Just go talk to him after the show. Just make a team run. Want to join Team Tastosis?
Team Tasteless, man.
Team Tasteless, man. Bottom left, we have our player, the only foreigner here, this deep here in the GSL Code S. His ideas?
NaNiWa.
Team Tasteless is a good idea. I would totally wear a Tasteless tag. I would totally be like bracket, Tasteless, bracket, Artosis.
That would be sick.
And then like you could be bracket, Tasteless, bracket, Tasteless. Right? And Genius could be bracket, Tasteless, bracket, Genius.
Yeah.
And then like when we play in the team league, our song would be like, we'd walk out and be like, Nick, Tasteless plot. His commentary is making me so hot.
I believe it's getting me so hot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right,
how many times do you listen to that song a day?
Every morning, man.
It's like how you wake up. It's like your alarm.
I listen to that during sex, Artosis. All right, more support from NaNiWa here from New Zealand. Cheers to you.
I want to go to New Zealand.
All right, New Zealand, you need to start hosting a StarCraft 2 tournament.
Yep. Get on that, guys. All right, so let's take a look at what these guys are doing real quick. Neither of them scouting yet. Both this guy and the scouting is for wimps.
Got to hand it to NaNiWa. He's sticking to what he had planned out for despite game number 1.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty tight build, and honestly, if we look at that game, if he happened to make the right choice and sent the soccer instead of kept the stalker there, could he have won? Yeah, there's definitely a possibility of that. So, and especially with 2 stalkers, he'd be able to out-micro stuff for a long time. So it would come down to like, you know, how many hit points does his buildings have? Does he have enough money to put a pylon somewhere on the map? It's kind of cool. So, you know, he knows what he's doing. He has counters to basically everything planned in his head already. Now, I want to see exactly what these guys... Oh, wait a minute. NaNiWa got his Senga gas but didn't make any probes mine yet.
Is he...
This is actually...
He's actually having 1 probe mine. Hold on. Here, we double check on our preview screen, Artosis. Okay, now he has 3.
Oh, okay. Now he has 2.
No? Oh, yeah, he only has 2. Excuse me.
Oh, well, you know what? He's just tweaking his economy just slightly is what he's doing. I was getting confused for a moment there. All right.
It would make no sense to have 3 on one and 1 on the other.
Well, yeah, that's true. But to have, like, 3 on one and none on the other, and your opponent's probe never came to your base, that's what really doesn't make sense. Like, I can see just taking it so it doesn't get stolen. But, not if they don't come there. All right, so NaNiWa on 2 gates right now. He might be going for that expansion build once again. We'll have to see. In the meantime, Genius going with Twilight Council. Game 1 Proxy Gate, Game 2 Stargate, Game 3 Twilight Council. Can't predict this guy.
No,
that's for sure. He's not just a robo guy, man.
No.
In fact, he's not a robo guy at all.
I love actually how diverse the openers have become with PvP, considering how limited it was when StarCraft 2 first came out.
Oh, yeah. It was so badly limited before.
I can't wait for Heart of the Swarm to come out, so we have to like reset all of our knowledge.
Well, when Heart of the Swarm comes out, man, I don't know. That new photon cannon on your Nexus, it's like 13 range. Like, you kidding me? It's going to be Nexus
the stuff
first.
You can do that, like with that?
It's
There's
like,
actually so much crazy stuff you can do, Artosis.
I think it's actually just going to be Nexus first builds.
Yeah, man.
Pretty sure.
It's proxy Nexus next to their Nexus.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That could be.
That could happen.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Whichever one has more chrono boosts ultimately wins the Nexus versus Nexus fight.
Someone accidentally using an additional chrono boost on probes.
But then again, you could chrono boost at a certain number of probes to attack the Nexus at the same time but microwave while regaining their shields.
Tasteless, you're breaking my brain.
I'm breaking the metagame right now.
All right, so Genius is actually going for Blink Obs, which is a really good build on this map. In the meantime, NaNiWa going for that 2-gate expansion into the Robo. And this is going to be an interesting situation. It's going to be really micro-based because Genius likely is going to go all in with this. But he only has 3 gates right now, so we can't say that for sure. He might go over, put pressure on, and expand himself. That's definitely a possibility here. And in fact, it looks like Oh, no. He is going to go for the pressure. His probe was coming down. I was getting worried. I'm like, what? That's like really weird. But anyways, so he's going to go and at least put a lot of pressure on. And a lot of this is going to come to getting out Immortals and being very careful around the ramp area because he does have a Sentry. And what Genius can do is blink up into the main, make him draw his units up, and then blink out and force field that ramp, kill anything that's left down there. That's the problem. That's what's going to be hard for NaNiWa here. So we're going to have to see what he does. He may want to end up slacking the Nexus. That's definitely a possibility. Oh!
Whoa!
Really
quick
Well,
he had to show that he had blink.
Yep. He did have to show the blink. That's very right. Now he does have that Sentry coming up. Now, watch. Will he be blinking up? He does blink up. So this is going to draw him up. Now we do have that Sentry. Does he use it yet? Or does he wait for another time for this?
Oh, actually, he's going to try to intercept the Sentry, it looks like, at the top.
He's trying to be very careful about that. But with the speed of Genius's units, he can always go down and hit those little groups that are actually trying to intercept. So NaNiWa has to be careful. This is a really hard spot for NaNiWa to be in, but also so hard to execute correctly for Genius.
And remember, guys, if Genius doesn't do enough damage, and NaNiWa just gets the lead massively.
That is right. And look at this nice blink so far by Genius.
Wow, he didn't lose a single Stalker. That was
he didn't lose any non-shield energy, which is what's really insane about it, Tasteless.
All right, NaNiWa has a pretty good trap up here if he tries to blink into the main.
Yeah, he's got a great spread. You know, he's got those couple of Immortals out, and in fact, Genius realizes that, oh, okay, NaNiWa played that pretty much strategically perfectly, so I'm going to go ahead and make a Nexus. And in fact, look at this, targeting things down right now.
Actually, you know what? He got on top of the Immortal there.
Yeah, he did.
He did get a force field up. Does he have enough for another force field? Actually, does he even have a Sentry? I guess not.
Excuse me. The Sentry is gone. And Genius just did a ton of damage to the army of NaNiWa. Now NaNiWa, even though he played so well, yeah, look at this. Just blinking right in. And by the time he gets back up there, he can blink right out again. So just a lot of damage being done. Already 17 workers killed by Genius. So well executed here by Genius.
And he's going to go back in here. The probe count here, by the way, 31 to 22. So NaNiWa is really hurting. Actually, I don't even know if this is a recoverable position here.
Well, you know, if he can somehow like grab a bunch of Stalkers, like a bad blink on top of Immortals or something, then perhaps. But look at this. He can just blink right up. Bam. Everything's out of position once again. Up Genius goes, and Genius is going to be able to whittle NaNiWa down very well. You know, it looked like the aggression was somewhat done because of the great splitting, but he still got that force field off in the ramp. And that is just what's so powerful about this build on a map like Cloud Kingdom.
Man, it looks like Genius is going to keep going for this. I feel like NaNiWa is definitely not handling this as well as he was at the start. I think that blink into the main that really got him is kind of throwing him off.
Well, you know what? I think he has enough units now that it can at least stabilize.
Yeah, but
he is down
36 probes. He had a 25.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Oh, gonna get this Sentry there. Beautiful control here. Look at that. He is not losing a Stalker, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That is pretty wicked micro right there.
And look at
this.
Now,
3 Immortals he might have to pull out.
But he's just going to blink up into the main at that case.
Oh, is he? Yeah, it looks like. No.
I would love to see NaNiWa Chrono Boost out an Observer really quickly. Because if he can pick off the Observer, I mean, it kind of ends, you know, the aggression ends.
All right, sending some Zealots here into the front. Oh, whoa, really nice. And he could just target down the Stalkers first and then the Zealots afterwards.
This is getting worse and worse for NaNiWa.
Oh, my God. Genius is playing so well, and he's going to get at least 5 or 6 probe kills here.
This is like watching two chess masters play it out where Genius is, you know, the white pieces, I guess. I don't know. He's just...
oh, yeah, Artos, that's what it's like.
That's what it's like, man. Well, white wins statistically more than black does.
But isn't it like 49 to 51 or something?
Well, no, it's black actually sometimes has to go for draws in certain situations.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know that.
But, no, it's like basically Genius got a slightly better end of build orders and is just forcing himself to outmaneuver NaNiWa in a lot of ways. And you can see the supply continues to go in his favor.
That note, he keeps rallying his army down here. He's got 2 Immortals coming over here. And if he actually manages to snipe this next Immortal, the sheer stopping power that the 2 Immortals for Genius and the force fields that he can throw up are, actually 3 Immortals, excuse me, could actually be the nail in the coffin here for NaNiWa. We're going to see.
Well, he does have his own force fields now and his own Immortals, so this is looking worse and worse and worse. Blinking up to try to take out that 1 Immortal of NaNiWa. Now his other Immortals are coming down. Will they be enough? It's really not looking like it. The 3 Immortals of Genius are just so powerful right here. I mean, even against Zealots, they're still doing 20 hit points a shot, whatever you want to call it.
I think that's it.
Yeah, it really does look like it, man.
He's not going to get a sentry out in time, or you can see he's warping him in, but now he's just going to have trapped him in his main. And
yeah.
Wow. GG.
All right, so
NaNiWa's got to be unhappy with that.
Genius.
But you know what? Genius played really, really, really well. He had the right build order picks.
Yeah.
He had really good control.
Genius plays every range. Like, this guy will do anything. It's insane. And that was just such great maneuvering.
Does this guy even need a team?
No, apparently not.
Unless his team's tasteless, right?
Well, he should ask to be on that, and we'll give him tryouts, and like he beats us, and we're like, no, you're not good enough.
I mean, you beat us, but your strats are lame, and we're better than you.
Yes, that would be great.
All right, well, NaNiWa is not out of this yet, but, I mean, Genius, I think, is going to get out of this group no matter what. His control was so impeccable in that last game.
Even more than his micro, which was amazingly good, I was really a fan of the perfect decisions. Like, he kept on going in at exactly the right times. And the fact that even though it really looked like NaNiWa had stabilized, but he got that force field down that forced, like, he killed just enough units that NaNiWa was now in a lot of trouble. And then when NaNiWa comes down, he just blinks up, and it's like, well, God, Genius is maneuvering. It is so ridiculously difficult to actually execute that as well as Genius just did. That was probably my favorite execution I've seen of that specific build against the specific build that NaNiWa did.
Well, you know, it's funny because NaNiWa actually had the trap set up so that when the Stalkers did blink into the main, but Genius handled himself so well on the low ground, you could see NaNiWa had to kind of shift some of his army over there. Yeah. Boom. Genius is in there, and he is killing probes, and it just snowballs from there. And
it can be really hard to talk yourself into making an observer when you're in NaNiWa's spot because you're like, I need Immortals, I need some sentries, I need Stalkers.
Genius
even.
was doing a good job of sniping the Immortals to keep them.
He was, exactly. And that's a big part of it because there were a few times where the Observer actually overcommitted, where if NaNiWa had an Observer, he could have picked it off and ended the harassment for at least a long time. Like, long enough that Genius probably just switches gears and goes in Colossus or something. So,
well, Genius is going to go on to be that much closer getting out of the group. NaNiWa is going to have to fight in the lower part of the group. So
this is what happened to him last time, so don't even worry.
When we get back, we're going to have a TVT between Bjorn and Keen, so stay tuned.